working as CRT Physical Science at kgbv Markachel. Okay children, today we discuss about 8th class Physical Science second chapter friction. In this chapter, some subtopics. We write down the subtopics in this friction chapter. What is friction? Types of friction. 4 types. Static friction, sliding friction, rolling friction, fluid friction, and factors affecting friction. Is necessary friction. Reduce friction. How to? About friction. What is friction? Friction. Obstructing force is a friction. That is frictional force or friction is another definition is the force which opposes the relative motion of two surfaces of the bodies which are in contact is called frictional force. Any object is at rest. It has different types of forces act on the object. All of you see, it is any object, wooden block and any book also you imagine. We apply some force in this direction. Okay? The frictional force is opposite to the applied force. Opposite direction. The weight of the object in vertically downward direction. That is denoted the W. The normal force is vertically upward direction. The gravitational weight of the object is always at vertically downward direction. And normal force is at vertically upward direction. These are opposite direction, and applied force, frictional force is also in opposite direction. The object has some forces. Applied force, frictional force, weight of the object or gravitational force, N is the normal force. These 4 forces act on the object. When the object is at rest, the applied force is equal to frictional force, and also the gravitational force is equal to normal force. When the object is at rest. Okay? What is net force? Net force means how many forces act on an object. How many forces? 4 types of forces. Applied force, frictional force, gravitational force, normal force. These total force is equal to normal force. In frictional force. When the object is at rest, the net force is 0. 0. In that is, the applied force is equal to frictional force. And the object is at rest, the applied force on a object is equal to some friction. The net force W minus N. This is also net force. Net force is equal to 0 when that is weight is equal to normal force. Weight of friction. The object is at rest on a surface. When the object is at rest on the surface of another object. Okay. For example, take a table, the book put on a table. The book is at rest. The friction acting on the book is static friction. Which type of friction? Static friction. It is a self-adjusting force. Static friction is a self-adjusting force. Next, sliding friction. Sliding friction. Surface of one object is at rest and other is on motion. That friction is known as sliding friction. Now we discuss about understand the nature of friction. Understand the nature of friction. Which materials are used in this activity? Trolley. This is a trolley. Small wooden block. Weight hanger. Weight hanger. This is weights. This is weights. In grams. Shows in grams. This is pulley. This is inextensible string. Inextensible string. Take a small toy trolley and keep a small wooden block on it. Tie an inextensible string to the trolley and pass it over a pulley. Fix a weight hanger to its other end. Add the small weights one by one on the weight hanger. In this activity, which observations? The trolley starts moving when on the table with respect to addition of weights to the addition of weights. Addition of weights applied to the hanger, weight hanger, the trolley moves forward. Moves forward. See children, move object. Please remove the weight. Body is at rest. Okay. All of you observe the wooden block is at rest on the trolley. Toy trolley. The wooden block has static friction. The toy car in motion. That toy car has sliding friction. The static friction of wooden block with respect to toy car. Okay? Toy trolley. The toy trolley moving on the table. It has sliding friction. In this activity, has the force of friction by the surface of the trolley acting on the block and the force applied by the block on the trolley act in opposite directions to each other. Okay? Or the force which opposes relative motion of two surfaces of the basis which in contact is called frictional force. Okay, the applied force is in this direction, the frictional force is opposite direction. Okay children, observe this activity. Rolling friction. Third friction is a rolling friction. One body rolls over the surface of another body. For example, pull a suitcase with rollers easily. When you pull a suitcase without rollers, very difficult because some friction is not follow without rollers on the suitcase. Okay children, pull a suitcase with rollers easily. For example, skating on the ice. Okay, on the road. Okay, that is rolling friction is reduce the friction. Okay, then moving and the object moving freely on the another surface. Next, another friction is fluid friction. Fluid friction is a friction object. The object is in motion. The object is in motion through liquid or air. This is a fluid friction. Stir a glass of water with a spoon. Birds fly in the sky. Aeroplanes moving in air. Okay, these are the examples of fluid friction. All of you children, difference between rolling friction and fluid friction. Fluid friction is in liquids and air. Rolling friction depend upon the earth. Okay. First of all, irregularities of surfaces. The body depend upon irregularities of surfaces. For example, two smooth surfaces. The body move on two surfaces. Next, one surface is smooth, another surface is rough surfaces. Two surfaces have, one is rough surface, another one is smooth surface. Both surfaces are in rough surfaces. These are the irregularities of surfaces. The object depend upon these surfaces. Observe in inclined plane. This is an inclined plane. Example of irregularities of surfaces. This is a table is a smooth surface. This is inclined plane is smooth surface. Take the marble, eraser, chalk piece. These three objects applied move on inclined plane. All of you observe. The marble move smooth surface and the another smooth surface in long distance. Okay children, next piece of chalk move short distance. All of you observe in scale 3 centimeters move only. In eraser also move. Okay, we take two objects only. One object is move long distance, another object is short distance. The chalk piece surface is rough surface. The inclined tail surface is smooth surface. The smooth surface and rough surfaces has smooth short distance. The marble has smooth surface. The inclined surface is also smooth. Two smooth surface. The smooth surface depend upon the smooth surface. Move the object move long distance. Okay, children. All of you observe difference between smooth surface and rough surfaces. You take use the cloth. Different cloth also place on the table. Which object move maximum distance? Maximum distance. Which object move maximum distance in smooth? Marble. And rough surface also marble. And the smooth surface of marble move on the rough surface is also maximum distance covered by marble. The chalk piece or pencil move short distance because these are the rough surface. Okay, children, observe into objects in this activity. Okay. Factor affecting friction is independent of area of contact. Okay. This is spring balance. This is spring balance. The weight measured in grams. In newtons also. Grams is CGS unit. Newton is a SI unit. Okay. Take a brick or wooden block. Wooden block put in horizontal direction and shown in figure. Okay. We move. We pull this object, we pull in this direction. Which weight in this activity in horizontal direction? 3 newtons or 20 grams. Okay, children. In this direction, we take vertical direction. Okay, we take vertical direction. Vertical direction. All of you observe. All of you observe in horizontal and vertical. The area of vertical object is less than horizontal direction. Okay, children, this is area is less occupied. Less area occupied in vertical direction. In horizontal direction, the area is occupied large. Okay, higher. The area depend upon the friction. This is another factor affecting of friction. Okay, children, you take brick, not wooden block. Okay, you try in your home. Okay, children, which object move easily in horizontal direction or in vertical direction? You practice in your home. Okay. Types of frictions. Static friction. We learned. It is the friction. Static friction is a friction which comes into play when surfaces of objects are at rest related to each other. This is a static friction. Where the object is at rest, object has static friction related to the another surface. Sliding friction. Another one is sliding friction. Sliding friction is also a friction which comes into play when the surface of one object moves related to the surface of another object. This is the sliding friction. The car move on the road. Okay, the bus also move on the road. The luggage put top of the bus. The luggage is at rest. It has static friction. The car or bus in motion. The bus or car has sliding friction. Next, rolling friction. When rolling friction is a friction when one body rolls over the surface of another body. The friction afford is called rolling friction. Afford is called rolling friction. Okay, children, the ball bearings move in a machines or tools. Okay, this is the rolling frictions. Next, static friction is greater than the sliding friction. Sliding friction is also greater than the rolling friction. Okay. Next, another one is fluid friction. It is fluid friction is also friction. The friction afforded by the fluids to the bodies is called fluid friction. Fluid friction. Okay. The frictional force drag is also depend upon the fluid friction. The frictional force exerted by fluids is also called drag. Okay, examples of fluid friction is flying boats, aeroplanes. Okay, liquids also fluid friction. Okay, some friction on in air in liquids. That friction is a fluid friction. But the friction offered by fluids in the bodies is called fluid friction. Next, reducing friction. Reducing friction. How to reduce the friction? First of all, apply lubricants. Apply lubricants in vehicles. Okay? Lubricants means the substances which reduce friction are called lubricants. Lubricants means, children, once again listen. The substances which reduce friction are called lubricants. Applying soap solutions to the rough surfaces. Okay? Can you walk freely on the mud surface? Muddy water? Muddy surface? No. Yes. No. It has reduced the friction. We don't walk freely. Okay? Next. Can you walk on slippery surfaces? No, because it has reduced friction. Okay, and that surface. Apply powder on the surface. Have you know? Play of carom board. We use the sprinkle of powder on the carom board. You play easily. Okay, easily. Coins get with a striker. Okay, children's powder is applied on the carom board and greases, oils and used in vehicles, in machines. Okay. Next, another one is reduced friction is streamlining the bodies. Okay, children. Next, applying lubricants. Ball bearings, that is ball bearings also applying in machines. Once again, definitions of ball bearings, lubricants, drag. Ball bearings to reduce friction between the rotating shafts of machine tools with Children, in this friction chapter, very important questions. Improve your learning. First, write down, children. Do you agree with the statement friction is both good and an evil? Explain with examples. Write down, children. Very important. Friction is also good in our life, and also evil, Next question: how to reduce friction in vehicles? We use the lubricants, ball bearings, okay, drags, and so on. Next, write an activity, nature of friction, and the concept of static friction. This activity is very important. Very important. Write down and learn. After, write down the worksheet where the exam. These questions are important in this chapter. Okay, children, compulsory you learn.